If the speaker is presenting an item to council, I can't force members of the MPEC committee to speak on the item. I can't. If I invite an item, I expect whoever has been mandated or where the chair of the committee delegated him or her to speak on the item to rise and address council. Therefore, I can't force members to speak on the item because I didn't get any indication that in his absentia there's someone who's going to speak on the agenda. Are you speaking, Cousin Ndlovu, the agenda? Order.
Yes, I want to speak, Somlomo.
You can present the item. Are you chair? Are you part of the committee?
No, but Somlomo, you can just give me an opportunity because you've given the platform to speak.
No. Cousin Ndlovu, let's not waste cousin time.
No.
Order.
But we are dealing with an item. We are dealing with an item.
No.
It's in the consent.
Order.
It does not only require people that serve in a committee.
No.
Councillors.
Order. Kahleni. Akenthule. Lalandlana amakhansela.
Siyayinweba emabhida manje. Siyayinweba emabhida.
Order. Ngiyanazi vele mase nifuna uchuku niyaliqala lochuku. Listen, councillors. In terms of our order of proceeding, an item in the agenda has to be presented. The MPEC report, someone must present it before I allow council to debate the item. The item have not been presented. That is inconsistent with our rules. If we jump to a debate while an item have not been presented. Therefore, because there's no one who presents the item can't be debated unless there's someone to speak on the report before I allow council to engage with a debate. That is inconsistent with our rules and procedures. Therefore, Councillor Ndlovu, don't try to smuggle issues. Don't try to debate something that I won't allow you to debate. Councillors, because the chair is not here and there's no one mandated to present the item on his behalf, the item in the agenda won't be debated today. It will be deferred to the next meeting. I rule. Thank you. We are now moving to the notices of motion in terms of our agenda, page 18. The first motion is on page 24. Order. Thank you very much. Sorry for that. I was just contacting legal on few procedural issues. The motion on page 24 has been moved by Councillor Anipen. Can I confirm whether he's here or not? Councillor Anipen, are you present?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I know that you used to my bad behavior, but I'm well behaved, so I'm here.
Thank you. You are present. Seconded by Councillor Jane. Councillors, is the notice of motion agreed? Okay, Councillor Anipen, can you please motivate your motion?
Speaker.
Councillor Mteto.
If you indulge me, Mr. Speaker, may I request that before Councillor Anipen speaks, I propose an amendment.
Yes, you can propose an amendment. They will give you the form. Please move with speed.
Sorry, Honourable Speaker, can I check something here?
Yes, you can, Bamkosi.
Thank you, colleagues, officials, and also members of the meeting. When you ask Honourable Speaker whether the motion is agreed or is supported, no one said no, but why now debating the motion?
There were
We are not the chair.
people there are councillors who said no. Then Councillor Mthethwa proposed this amendment. Councillor
Awuzwanga ngosuku ke.
Order. Councillor Mthethwa, so that I don't misrepresent you, I will request you that you read your motion with due respect.
With pleasure, Chair.
Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, our proposed amendment is in respect of recommendation number 1. We recommend that it reads, implement an immediate moratorium on the disconnection of water supply to all properties in EThekwini, in respect of which the water meters for the property has not been read within the last 90-day period, and then delete everything else in that sentence, and you leave the other 2 recommendations as is.
Okay. I will request legal to assist us here. There is a notice of motion submitted by Councillor Anipen. When it's being tabled, some councillors don't support the recommendations. It means in terms of our rules, Councillor Anipen must lead a debate on the item. Then after that, we are expected to vote and go back to the substantive item and discuss it after we have voted. But while we are expected to do that, Councillor Mthethwa is proposing an amendment, which in terms of our rules, the amendment, we have to ask council whether they support the amendment or not. If they don't support the amendment, Councillor Mthethwa lead a debate on the item and council vote on the issue. Now I'm requesting legal to guide on the proper way to handle this item so that we are procedural, because from where I'm sitting, I see a dilemma or a confusion. But can you assist us legal on how to deal with this matter where the item have to be debated and voted, but there's another proposal, so that we're in compliance with our rules?
Thank you, Speaker. It's very difficult to imagine the councillors who are not in favor of a notice of motion voting one way or the other on its amendment, because whether it's amended or not, I don't think it will make a difference to them because they are not supporting it. So I don't know. Makuthiwa ilungise into ongahambisani nayo, whether ilungisiwe noma ilungisiwe, I don't know, but mhlambe what we may need to do so that we are procedural and we don't confuse issues, we need to hear Councillor Anipen, follow the normal procedure. He must motivate, hopefully maybe convince other councillors that they support. If they don't, then we then dispose of the matter of the notice. If it is not supported, then then there is no motion. What's the point of amending?
Okay,
Amending what if it's not supported?
okay. Thank you. I
On a
think,
point of order, Mr. Speaker, sorry.
let me make a ruling based on the advice first. Based on the advice and the opinion guidance we are getting from legal, we are going to invite Councillor Anipen to motivate the item. Then after that, we'll vote. Only if the item is supported by the majority of council, we will then entertain the proposed amendment from Councillor Mthethwa. Because if the notice of motion is being rejected by the majority, there will be no need to amend what Councillor Anipen has proposed, so that we are procedural. Councillor Ben?
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
With respect, the purpose of the amendment is to make it more palatable. You don't pass legislation and then go through the parliamentary process of amending the legislation. You amend it first in the hope of making it more palatable. There's a lot of good stuff in this resolution, and I speak as the seconder of the notices of motion, notice for amendment, and I will speak in detail later. But with the greatest respect, Mr. Speaker, you have to deal first with the amendment, and hopefully the council will all find it palatable, and then we can pass the motion. We want to pass the motion, but we want it to be more palatable, because we see weaknesses in how it's worded.
Thank you. Thank you, Councillor Ben. I therefore rule that Councillor Anipen will lead and motivate the item. Then we will vote on that. Then if the item is approved, then we'll entertain the amendment by Councillor Mthethwa. I rule. Councillor Anipen?
Speaker. Speaker.
Yes, Councillor Mthethwa?
No, just a question of clarity, really. If the motion is passed by this council, what then is there to amend? Because I'm not raising a new motion here. I'm amending an already existing motion. So if it's passed by council, what's there to amend?
Councillor Mthethwa have already made a ruling.
But that ruling is wrong.
Thank you. Anipen?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Sorry, Samlo. Order.
Which rule are you rising on?
Rules of order.
Order. Okay. Councillor Kuala, if you...
Rule order 27. Rule order 27.
27.
Yeah.
Okay. Address, speak.
Yes. From what I knew, Somlomo, on the laws, it says an amendment could pass with a majority vote, regardless of the vote required to pass the main motion. After passing or rejection an amendment, the main motion will still need to be voted on. So when ukala ubeki ikat pambu kwehash.
Okay. Thank you.
I
Legal.
amend the motion, then let's see a vote.
Order. Legal.
Thank you. Mhlambe-ke, we are considering different rules. The rule maybe that I based my advice on is Rule 20, which says when a motion has been moved, which has happened and it is under debate, no further motion may be received except a motion, one, that the debate be adjourned, two, that the council proceeds to the next order of business, three, that the matter be referred back, four, amends the previous motion, or five, the matter is put to a vote. So, can you please listen and not disturb me?
Order. Council wena Njomane. Uma ama council phazamisa Njomane awukwazi nawe ngaphendulana nawo.
Yes.
Kodwa
my
futhi
apologies.
order. Kodwa Councillor Billy. Councillor Billy.
Ayakena umlungu.
Councillor Billy and councillors, can we to know councillors? One of the things that you learn, order councillors only. One of the things that you learn in politics 101 is tolerance for the other, for views expressed by your opponent or your fellow colleagues. Politics 101, tolerance. Now, I don't know where you learn politics, where you were taught that if someone is saying something that you are against, we have to shout and be destructive. We are taught to listen so that when you respond based on the thing that have been said. Politics 101. I can give you a lecture on that. So, councillors, listen, don't be destructive. Even if you are not happy with Councillor, with Giovanni, what is saying,